is concerned, the political changes in this country, as far as the changes are concerned, I have said that there are only three possibilities. One, that we have President Paul Biya and the CPDM as it is now, with the current ministers and so on going in for elections. That's option one, which has been rejected by the nation and the youths. There's option two, where a good opposition, could come on board and take the power and solve the problems of the nation. That is, if they know how to solve problems. But we have observed over time that they make a lot of noise. They propagate hate speech, and they hate each other, and they don't pay attention to solving problems, and they don't really tell Cameroonians how they are going to solve problems. So you can see that though they make a lot of noise, they don't have anything to offer. It's so unfortunate, and Cabral is a good example. He's already telling me that he's a good CPDM. And then when you look between SDF and MRC, they just keep throwing rotten eggs at each other and not concentrating on the job to be done. And even if you give them the job, they don't have entrepreneurial skills, economic skills, developmental skills, and educational skills to be able to solve our problems. They concentrate more on hate politics. Then there is the third option, which is having President Paul Biya as the candidate and for the CPDM and the nation, and then changing something in the current status, current status, which people don't like. When we are talking about the change of system, it is the ministers and those directors and so on who have been doing things in a way that the public has not liked. They have nothing to show. They have held us back as far as development is concerned, as far as creating an enabling environment for students to have jobs is concerned. So if we take out that component and replace that with a transitional government made of entrepreneurs and technocrats who know what they are doing, who work with the kind of Trump spirit, then you will see the Cameroon will become great again. And that's what is going to happen. That's the third option. And that's what the Progressive CPDM has been preaching all along. What are we saying? President Paul Biya will be the presidential candidate for the upcoming elections. When he will win, he will just say, Grandpa, sit there, we'll do the job for you. And then this government will go out as hunting dogs and do the job and get Cameroon right again in 5 years.
As we hold on to that, President Paul Biya is the highest problem in Cameroon. Dr. Ngwanyam said President Paul Biya is not a problem, that the ministers working, the directors, are the problems in Cameroon, not President Paul Biya. And to him, there are two kinds of CPDM. There is corrupt CPDM and there is progressive CPDM. So he explained it there and said the corrupt CPDM cannot do anything. That is a present government, that they should go, but President Paul Biya should remain. That President Paul Biya is very okay. So the progressive CPDM would take President Paul Biya and say, Grandpa, sit here, and then choose experts that will govern Cameroon and deliver Cameroon from this calamity. But I would disagree with Dr. Ngwanyam at this point, because there is the CPDM that I know, there is no progressive CPDM, there is no, everybody within the CPDM are money mongers or power mongers. They are benefiting from the system, they are benefiting from the taxpayer money, they are benefiting in one way or the other. And many people within the CPDM, including him, are just there because of the system. Because President Paul Biya is blackmailing them. That is the truth. They are there because President Paul Biya is blackmailing them. If they don't support the CPDM, President Paul Biya will frustrate their business. And that is why they are there. He also made mention of the opposition parties are not capable. And this is something TV Talking Point keep on talking about. In many of my outing on a TV station in Cameroon, I keep on saying that there is no opposition parties in Cameroon because they don't know what they are doing. They are just there for that position. They want to be president. That is what is occupying their brain. They don't have any vision. If they ask them today, Maurice Kanto or C. Joshua, all of them, and say, this is the presidency, go there and solve the problem of Cameroon, they will not solve any problem. Most of them will spend 7 years in office fighting to revenge against the government of President Paul Biya, against government officials who trample upon them. They will not help Cameroonians because they do not have any vision. No, none of them can help. If you look critically, because you cannot tell me that somebody who has been with the government of President Paul Biya, he has been in Cameroon planning to become a candidate, presidential candidate, or to become a president, and then you run for the 2018 presidential election, and then you say you were president-elect. from that day when you were moving 2019, I am president-elect, 2019 passed, 2020, we did not see you, 2021, we did not see any opposition party anywhere, 2022, 2023, when 2024, toward the end, they started coming out to because of 2025 presidential election. And these are people that if you observe everything, it is all about that position. It is not all about Cameroonians. Because if they were truly to liberate Cameroon, they could have been putting strategy in place. They could have been known in all villages, everywhere in Cameroon. But they are only limited within the city. So there is no opposition parties in Cameroon. I support that point. But with the issue of corrupt and progressive CPDM, I do not support it. Because any members of CPDM, anybody supporting CPDM, up to the point where Dr. Ning is even talking about, they just say, President Paul Biya, you are the candidate, sit there. Why should he be there? That is the question I'm asking. Why should President Paul Biya be there? Why? Because he is already calling, Dr. Ngwanyam is calling President Paul Biya to run for the upcoming presidential election. And say, Grandpa, sit there. Let different people govern the country. Why should he be there? That is the question I am asking. If he is not covering something, if he is not covering evil, if you people are not benefiting from him, why should he be there? He is 92 years old. How many people 92 are still working all over the world? We have to stop this.